Hi everyone, this is Praveen Dore from DICE University, and today's video we are going to talk about Adplexity Desktop. Watch this video before purchasing Adplexity Desktop. Let's dive in. Welcome to today's video everybody. So in today's video we are going to talk about Adplexity Desktop. Yes, that's what we are going to talk about today. I know a lot of people might be thinking, why are this guy talking about desktop traffic? Isn't desktop traffic dead already? No, the desktop traffic is not dead, and I'm gonna come to that in a minute. So let me just explain to you what is Adplexity at the first. So Adplexity is an intelligent tool, is an intelligent ad tool. Is an intelligent ad tool which collect data from your competitor for you to actually enhance your own campaign. To put it in a very simple word, it is a spy tool. And this is a question that a lot of people ask me as well. Is spying actually something which you can do when you're doing an affiliate offer or when you're running ads? Yes, definitely spying is something that you can actually do. Spying has been done since the Middle Age itself. When somebody wants to go for war, they send a spy to spy the whole castle's defense and all this kind of stuff. You're going to do the same thing, and people do this all the time in business. They will usually send a spy to their competitors, ask them to work there, ask them to get the informations and data as much as possible and get it back to their company. So that's what they will do, and we are going to do the same, but we are going to use Adplexity as our spy tool to spy on our competitors, the ones that we know is doing a very good job. And what we're going to do is we are going to copy what they are doing, and we are going to improvise. You can either just copy what they are doing, which is already working, so there's a high probability it will work for you as well, or you can actually go ahead, copy what they're doing, and then you improvise what they're doing. So it's either way, you can actually do whatever you want. So let me just remind you again that you can actually go ahead and join the Adplexity by clicking the link in the description of this video. It's in the description of this video, just below this video. You can actually see the link to Adplexity. Click on the link and you can join Adplexity today as well. Now is the time that I'm going to answer the question that I said previously. Is desktop traffic dead? No. Why desktop traffic is not dead? People are telling mobile traffic is growing so fast. Mobile traffic is the fastest growing traffic in the whole world. Yes, that is something which we cannot deny. The mobile traffic is something which is growing very fast. Yes, definitely. But the desktop traffic is not dead, and the desktop traffic is actually pretty much useful for many things. For example, more people from the mobile traffic actually take a look at your website, but your desktop traffic are the ones who spend more time on your website compared to your mobile traffic. So this is something that you have to keep in mind. Your objective in your website or in your lander is that you want people to spend time there. You don't want them to exit as soon as possible, and mobile traffic do not spend time as much as desktop traffic. So that's why desktop traffic audience are pretty crucial for you as well. And another reason is that the conversion rate in the desktop traffic is much more higher compared to the conversion rate in the mobile traffic. I'm not saying that the mobile traffic does not convert, but when you compare the conversion rate, desktop traffics convert better than mobile traffic. But this also applies to a lot of characteristics. For example, there's a lot of variables involved. You might be looking at the campaign itself, the niche, and all all these kind of variables. So basically, answering your question, desktop traffic is not dead, and desktop traffic is still very important. So now let's get into Adplexity Desktop. So this is the home page of Adplexity. So once you are here, you can actually go ahead and click on the desktop sign here, and when you click on the desktop sign, it will lead you to this particular page. So in this page, they are actually telling that keep track of your competitors' most profitable ad campaigns on desktop traffic. See campaigns running over 75 countries, desktop pop-up traffic source, download every landing page, desktop ad exchange, find ads promoting affiliate offers from 100 affiliate networks, search by keyword, advertiser, publisher, affiliate network, and much more. So this is basically what they are telling regarding Adplexity. What I like about Adplexity the most is actually not their features, but their support. Over here you can actually email to the support, and over here you can actually go ahead and live chat with their support as well. Their support are super helpful, and not a lot of huge company, for example Adplexity is the #1 spy tool available right now, and so it's a huge company, and not all huge company concentrate a lot on the support side, but Adplexity is a little bit different. They concentrate a lot on their support side, and this is what I like with the Adplexity as well. So you can also go ahead over here and sign up for a free webinar where you can learn more about Adplexity yourself if you want to. So this is the page that you have to be in order for you to actually go ahead and create an account with Adplexity, or if you already have an account with Adplexity, this is where you need to log in into Adplexity. Since I've already have an account with the Adplexity desktop, I'm going to hit the login button, and once you hit the login button, you will be led to this particular page, and this is actually the dashboard of Adplexity desktop, and we are going to take a look at all the features that this Adplexity desktop offers. So let's get started. Before I continue further, if you are interested in joining Adplexity, all you gotta do is just go ahead to the description of this video and click the link in the description. That's all you have to do. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about the Adplexity desktop is how to search the campaign. So there's few useful ways that you can actually go ahead and search for a campaign. One of it is the filter over here. The second one is search by keyword, which you can search over here. The third one, I will actually place them into 3, which is by advertiser, by publisher, or by placement. Because why I place them into 3 is this is not usually the common way how people search for their campaign. The most common way would be the filter, as well as by keywords, or by joining the filter and the keywords together. Let's talk about the filters first. So the first thing is the days running. This is actually a very important filter where you can actually see or determine or filter the ads which is running for a specific day. For example, you don't want to see an ad which is running only for a day. For example, this ad running for a day and this ad's running for a day. You don't want to see this kind of ad because you don't know whether this ad is successful ad or not. But if an ad is running for a week, an example, that means that ad is a successful ad, because nobody is going to waste money on non-money making ads. So if somebody is running that for a week, definitely he's not on the testing phase anymore. People usually only test for 3 days. So if you're not convinced with a week, you can actually go more than a week. You can even go and filter campaign which is running for more than 30 days and all this kind of stuff. So definitely nobody is going to test a campaign for a month, and definitely if a campaign is running for a month, that is a winning campaign. So this is actually a very crucial filter which you always have to use. So I will usually click this into 10 days. So once I've actually changed this into 10 days, Adplexity Desktop will make the filter and only show me the ads which has already been running for 10 days. And then when you scroll down further, you can actually see the device type. Since we are talking about desktop traffic alone, the device would be Windows Chrome, Mac Safari, Windows IE, Windows Firefox. So depending on what type of browser you're using in your Windows, in Mac it's always Safari, so Windows Chrome or Internet Explorer or Firefox. So you can actually segregate or filter according to the audience that you want. Usually I will only go for Chrome, but you can actually do Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, anything that you want. As you can see, Chrome has the most running campaigns. That's why I usually like to go for Windows Chrome. And when you go and see the ad type, since we are talking about desktop traffic, there's only two types of ads available in desktop traffic. One is a display web and one more is an pop-up ad. So you can actually filter whether you want a display web or you want a pop-up ad, and then you can also size it according to what you want. For example, you have a banner which has a size of 300 times 250, so you only want ads related to that particular size. So you can actually go ahead and press this particular size over here, 300 times 250, and only that particular size campaigns will be showing in the search. So this is also very important if you know the size of the ads that you're running. And over here is the country, and this is where Adplexity actually stands out with its own competitor. When I'm talking about Adplexity's competitor, I'm talking about other Spytool, because Adplexity actually offers more than 75 countries that you can actually collect your data from, and this is something which is not available in a lot of Spytool. Most of them goes like 15, 20, but then Adplexity has 75 countries available. So this is like one of the biggest selling point of the Adplexity itself. And over here is the language. For example, if you're running only on English, then you can actually just hit English over here. Or if you're running in a certain native language, for example, you're running in German, for example, you're only running for German audience, so you're running on native German language, you can actually hit the German, and only German campaigns in the German language will pop up in the search. Same goes to Arabic, Korea, Indonesia, Thai, and all these kind of countries. You can actually see there's a lot of language available. So the next one would be the traffic source. So there's a lot of traffic source available. The biggest one would always be Google, definitely, and then there's Popcast, there's Propeller Ads. So you can actually choose whichever traffic source that you want. You can actually leave it without choosing any traffic source. If you want to, you can actually do that. Most of the time I actually do that. But let's say, for example, you're running a specific traffic source. For example, you are running a campaign on Propeller Ads and you want to know what ads is actually working on Propeller Ads. So you can actually click on Propeller Ads and see the campaigns which is running successfully in Propeller Ads and copy them, or you can even improvise them. And same method to be used with affiliate network as well. Usually I won't click any affiliate network, I just click it none, so that I will get offers from all the affiliate networks. But if you are running a specific offer, for example from ClickBank, and you want to see which offer is working in ClickBank, you can actually go ahead and hit the ClickBank button and the campaigns from ClickBank will pop up. And the last but not least filter is the tracking tool, and this is actually a very important filter which I feel is not being utilized properly. Because, for example, let's say you're looking for a campaign and you are in the tracking tool filter and you're looking for a campaign which is running with a tracking tool of volume, since you are also running on volume. Why I will say volume here is because my most preferred tracking tool, not only mine, the whole Dice University as well as a lot of major players in the affiliate industry, they are using the volume tracking tool because volume has so many features that the other tracking tool does not have. You can actually go ahead and check out volumes ratings, volumes review in Google if you want to. There will only be positive reviews regarding volume. I love volume, and that's why I'm actually talking about volume. So getting back to the filter over here, let's say you have a tracking tool and you hit on the volume. So what it will do, it will show you campaigns which is associated with the volume tracking tool. And as you know, volume collects a lot and a lot of data to improvise your campaign, so that you will have sufficient data that you can use to improvise your campaign. Not only volume, most of the tracker actually does that. That's actually the main function of tracking device. So by placing the tracking tool filter over here, you will only see the campaign which is using this particular tracking tool, and then you will be getting all the data of that particular campaign that the tracking tool is actually collecting. So that is a huge amount of data, and data is knowledge, guys. So whatever we want to do, we want to spy on other people's ads. Our main motive would be to collect as much as data that we can, so that we can analyze that data and improvise our own ad campaign. So this is what you should be focusing on. So that's about it when it comes to the filter section. Now when we talk about the keyword section, you can actually enter a specific keywords, and this actually saves a lot of time. Let's say for example you are in a specific industry or a specific niche. For example, let's say you're in a travel niche. You don't want to talk about cooking stuff, you don't want to see about cooking stuff or gambling stuff. So you can actually go ahead and hit travel over here, and when you press enter, only travel related ads will pop up. So only travel related campaigns will come out in the search, and this is a very easy way for you to actually search campaign within your niche itself. So these are the basic two methods that you can actually use to search campaign within Adplexity Desktop. And if you can combine both the keyword and filter, that would be even great. So let's go to the three other secondary. I would actually call this as a secondary search method. So let's go and see what this secondary search method says. So if you click on buy advertisers, this is pretty easy. So what you can actually do is, for example, you know a specific website or a specific advertiser which is running a very successful campaign. So what you can actually do is you can actually copy their URL over here, and then this Adplexity Desktop will show all the campaign that that particular advertiser is running. Cool, right? You can even search for the advertiser. If you don't know the advertiser's URL, you can search for the advertiser via the campaign itself. Later I will be teaching you that as well. So that's how you do it by advertiser. And by publisher is the same. All you got to do is enter a publisher's name. Usually if you don't know a publisher's name, you can click anything, for example travel, and there will be a lot of suggestion of publishers that you can actually go ahead and click on. And same goes to placement. If you know the placement ID, the site ID or the widget ID, you can actually go ahead and place that IDs over here, and the ads will be shown. So most probably you will not be using the publisher and the placement. Even the most that you will be using is by advertiser and not more than that. So let's get back to searching a very beautiful campaign. Since we have already talked about how to search a campaign, let's go ahead and search for a successful campaign. Like I always do, first thing first, set up the filters. So I'm going to set up 10 days, and I'm going to set up Chrome, and I'm going to set up This I'm not going to set up anything. I'm just going to leave the size as it is. Going to set up I'm going to leave the country as it is as well. So language, I'm going to set up English. So traffic source, I'm just going to leave it. Tracking tool, I'm going to leave it as well. So let's see what campaign comes out. So as you can see, there's a lot of campaign coming out, and when you scroll down, it will keep loading and loading and loading, and there will be a lot of campaigns over here as well. So since we have already filtered over here, we can actually start looking for a successful campaign. So what I will be looking for usually is the hits. If you can see the hits over here, the hits is actually how many times had spy on that particular ad. So this is something which will determine whether the ads are successful or not. So if you take a look at this ads, for example, join auto enthusiast on the new app. So 1,100 hits in 10 days. This seems to be a very nice ad. So I'm going to click on this ad. So if you click on it, this ad, this will be the page where the data is shown. So the first thing that you can actually do is you can actually click on the thumbnail itself, and you can actually go ahead and save this thumbnail and use it for your ad if you want to. So it's just about copy pasting. Since we are in Adplexity Spytool, you can literally copy everything. But if you ask me, should you just copy? It works for some people, but certainly what I would highly suggest you to do is go ahead and improvise, guys. When you improvise stuff, things get better. So when we talk about country, you can actually see what country it's running on: United States, Brazil, China, device type Chrome only. And over here you can actually see the landing page, but that will come in a while. So let's go and see the data that this particular ad offers. So you can actually see the ad trend. This ad trend is very important when you want to determine an ad. Make sure do not choose an ad which has a trend going down. It's going up and then it's going down consistently. Don't choose ads like that. That means that ad is actually a dying ad. So you can actually choose ads like this because it was going down, it was going up, then something like this, then down, down, then going up again. So this kind of ads can be choose. So since I only press 10 days, it will only come out for 10 days. If you press 30 days, the data will come out for 30 days. So depend on what you want. So you can also see the week trend, when the most occurrence happen in which day, and then you can see the device type. Since we choose only Windows Chrome, it's only Windows Chrome, and you can see the top publisher by duration. So eBay is the most top publisher. MyEbay.com also is good, and also MessageEbay.com. So the top publisher by volume is eBay, and you can actually go here and top traffic source. So they are only using Google. Only by Google this particular ad is running successfully. Same goes to traffic source by volume, only Google, since they are only using Google. So these are the data that you can actually gather, and by analyzing this data properly, you can actually improvise a lot of things in this campaign. If you think that this campaign is already successful and there's nothing that you can do to improvise this campaign, then you can just go ahead and copy everything within this campaign. And I'm going to show you how. I've already shown you how you can actually copy the thumbnail. The next thing is about copying the landing page. So over here is actually the landing page. If you click the landing page like this over here, it will actually pop up the landing page here, and you can actually click the landing page and it will be leading you to the landing page itself. So this is actually the landing page of eBay Motors. It looks pretty neat, right? So this is the landing page of eBay Motors. So you can actually take a look at this landing page, and if you feel that this landing page is good enough, all you got to do is download this landing page. It's very, very easy to do. So let me show you how. So you have to go back to this particular page, and then the landing page that you click, you have to click on show more. When you actually click on show more, you can actually see the offer page. So this is actually the offer page as well. So this is the landing page, and all you got to do is just go ahead and hit this button here, download this landing page. When you hit this button over here, what will happen is you can literally download the whole landing page. That means whatever they are using, you are going to use the same. So if they are successful, the probability that you will be successful as well in your campaign is pretty much very high. But there is one but when it comes to this, and that but is that this landing page, when you download this landing page, when you hit this button, the landing page will come out in the format of HTML. So for those who actually are using a drag and drop builder, for example, like ClickFunnels and other type of drag and drop landing page builder, this might be a little bit complicated for you. But we in Dice University actually explain step by step on how you can actually go ahead and create this landing page with HTML. When you actually see the video that we actually explain step by step, it is pretty simple. It's not that hard. When you look at it, then you'll be saying, hey, it's not that hard actually. And we actually teach you on how you can change the certain words on the landing page if you don't like, the certain colors on the landing page if you don't like, and all this kind of stuff will be taught in Dice University. So if you're interested, do join the Dice University. And if you join the Dice University, you will be also getting a chance to download a very highly convertible landing page template which we from Dice University have created ourselves. So you can actually see that we have tested a lot of landing page. We have spent so much money testing many landing page, and we have actually created a very highly convertible landing page. And once you're in Dice University, you could actually request for that template and you will be getting that template as well. So that's the most things about the landing page. And looking at all this so far, don't you think it would be a waste if you don't join Adplexity? So if you want to join Adplexity, you can do so by clicking the link in the description. And the final thing that I want to cover is something which will save your time when it comes to the Adplexity Desktop. And this is pretty much important. Let's say that you're running 10 campaigns or maybe even 20 campaigns per day, and this will be very useful for you. So what you did was you have actually filtered 10 days, 15 days, you have filtered Google Chrome and all this kind of stuff, and you have found a very beautiful search result which you really wanted, and you have also found a winning campaign over there. But now what happens is suddenly this window disappeared. Let's say that your child accidentally closed this window, for example, or your electricity went off, the whole desktop gone off and all this kind of stuff. So to prevent that, what you can actually do is you can actually go ahead and hit this button which says save this search. So when you hit this button, the Adplexity Desktop will save your particular search with your filters and with your keyword if you place any keywords. So the next time that you actually come into the Adplexity Desktop, all you gotta do is go ahead and hit the load save search, and that particular search will pop up, and this will actually save a lot of your time. I think I've covered a lot in today's video, and we are reaching the end of today's video. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I really hope that this video was beneficial for you and you could actually use the information from this video to improvise your campaign. So I will be seeing you in the next one, but before I go,
allow me to introduce the Dice University Forum. Whether you are trying to make your first conversion on ClickBank or scale your campaigns to 6 figures, the Dice University Forum offers you exactly what you need, like high-quality landing page templates, detailed case studies, and exclusive discounts. The forum has no outdated information. All resources inside are from campaigns that are running right now. Do you want to learn from super affiliates? Check the link in the description and sign up today.